Good evening, folks. It's Diamond with the Oppenheimer Ranch Project and Magnetic Reversal News, bringing you a COVID-19 update. Tuesday, April 14th, 11 p.m. Mountain Time 2020. It is a glorious day. Trump slams the World Health Organization over coronavirus response, suspends U.S. payments. The U.S. has defunded the World Health Organization. Over almost a quarter of that money that they rely on, gone in an instant, which is good news. With less than 2 million confirmed cases and under 130,000 deaths, COVID-19 is turning out to be less than a pandemic. Now, social distancing has quelched these numbers, but it's a novel virus. And the entire population really needs to get this before we have any positive effects. Not only that, the population needs to listen to the doctors on the front line. And COVID-19 had us all fooled, but now we might finally have found its secret. And the reason we were all fooled is because in the months leading up to the outbreak worldwide, the Communist government of China withheld information. The World Health Organization was complicit, and the entire world is now suffering. We could have nipped this in the bud in China, but they lied, and we were not allowed in. And these death tolls are China's fault, not President Trump, not any of the leaders worldwide. This is all on the hands of China. Communist China. And the way that the world population has laid down, and they have not raised their voices about this, is disgusting. The economic collapse, the shelter in place, this would have all not have been needed if this outbreak was contained in China. But for weeks they lied, and it spread. It spread into Europe, it spread into the United States, and we are where we are now. Now let's talk about some facts. We might finally have found the secret of COVID-19. We reported on this almost a week ago when the information came out, and it's now just getting not on the mainstream. This is not mainstream. But in the last 3 to 5 days, a mountain of anecdotal evidence has come out of New York City, Italy, Spain, and other of the main epicenters of COVID-19, and characteristics of patients who get seriously ill. And you know what they show? They show that the ventilators that we're shoving down into the lungs of these patients are killing them. Because, again, the CCP told us this was a pneumonia, a SARS. But based on all the evidence in the weeks and all the loss of life, we're finding out that there is no pneumonia. There is no SARS. Patients are losing O2 in their blood. People are simply desaturating, which leads to organ failure and kills them. Not any form of ARD or pneumonia. All the damage to the lungs you see in a CT scan are from the release of oxidative iron from the hemes in your hemoglobin. This overwhelms the natural defense against pulmonary oxidative stress and causes that nice, always bilateral ground glass opacity in the lungs. Patients returning for rehospitalization days or weeks after recovering from apparent delayed post-hypoxic leukoencephalopathy strengthen the notion that COVID-19 patients are suffering from hypoxia, despite no signs of respiratory tire out or fatigue. This means the patients need hyperbaric chambers, not ventilators. And we don't have enough of those. But there's good news that this type of infarction on the human body can be quelled with the use of other pharmaceuticals. So there are other drugs and herbs out there that can help us, save us. And this information we're going to be discussing hopefully in a day or so with Paul Cottrell. So stay tuned for that. But read the article in the meantime. And I'll also provide you with extra links below on what's going on. This outbreak could have been prevented. The United States did everything they could have done. The Democrats didn't want to block the borders, But the president blocked the borders early, regardless of what the mainstream tells you. The only way we could have eliminated this is if the CCP did not lie about the outbreak and the WHO, the World Health Organization, was not complicit in the lies. So, you get what you deserve, World Health Organization. You've been defunded. And that's a boom. We love each and every one of you. COVID-19 is not a deadly pandemic that we all have to worry about. It's a mild, seasonal disease that's brand new. And it could have overwhelmed our hospitals, but it didn't. It was very close. And with smart movement over the coming months, most of us will get it. We will not die. And we'll go back about our daily business. But unless the mainstream picks up on the fact that we're all fooled by the CCP, and most of these patients do not need to be intubated, they need a hyperbaric chamber, we're not going to get anywhere. So follow the news as it develops. If they push the vaccine and they don't push the cure, well, then the U.S. public has also been fooled. Are you a fool? I doubt it. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. And the first step is to defund the World Health Organization and get them out of here. The sooner the better. Proper prior planning prevents piss poor performance. Stay home. Stay safe. We love you.